Should I do that?
Hey,
Hey, everybody.
let's see.
Welcome to today.
Yes, welcome. Let's see if we're live. Gonna
Let's
go
check it out. I'm Dawn,
and I'm Risa.
and we're
Our
good friends.
So let's.
And
see
we're glad you're here,
yes.
and we want to be friends with you too.
Yes, we do. Sorry, I'm trying to go live, telling me I can't go live. It's all craziness.
Yeah.
So, if you're joining us, welcome. We're glad that you're here. Hey, Carol. Okay, that popped up. Awesome.
Yay, good to see you.
Good to see you. So, have you taken your vitamins today? Do you take vitamins? So, if you do, post that in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
If you take them, and have you taken them today?
Today.
Because we're going to be talking about habits.
Because I was having trouble with my vitamin situation, and then we decided that talking about how we take them would be helpful just so that we can get them in. Like, they don't do us any good if they're sitting on the shelf the whole time.
Right.
Which mine, usually most of them are on the shelf. You know, I've the 90-day supply. It lasts me 6 months.
Yeah, me too, actually. I have trouble.
No way.
I know. I'm not perfect.
Yes, you are. When it comes to this whole health thing, you've been doing this for years.
No. Yeah, I still have issues. I'll tell you why when we get there.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
So if you haven't joined us before, we are here to share how we like to stay healthy. We just like to learn, and we'd like to keep ourselves healthier. So we talk about what we eat, how we exercise,
how we spend our money.
Yep. And just, where we spend our time, how we do self-care. It's all about improving our lives because we know that you're open to learning new things and you want to learn new things to help yourself in your life because we want to have more fun in our life, right?
We totally want to have more fun, and we also want to just improve. I think there's something inside of us that just knows that there's more.
There's more. And we want to just grow and improve, and we want to take you all with us because you want to do the same thing, right? Yes.
Like new things, like powdered toothpaste. Are you serious?
I know. We're going to talk about that in a later topic. We're going to get the powdered toothpaste. Doesn't that sound really weird?
It would be fun. I mean, if anybody out there want to go on a fun girl vacation, you totally get to decide what you get to do and where you want to go.
And we don't have, you don't have all the normal things in your life. You just all the girls trip. That
would be so much fun. Stuff like that. We should definitely do something like that.
We want to do something. We want to do stuff like that. So if you have other people that would be interested in coming and joining us and hearing just what we've been doing to learn and improve and grow, then definitely tag them or share this video with them. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you hit #replay so that we know that. Right. Because I know some people are probably working, they can't jump on. So definitely post that in there.
Right. And if you missed the last one, scroll down.
Yeah, because it's down there because you can watch it. So today's topic is
how to create habits that will last.
That will last.
I.e. Dawn, take your vitamins every day.
Yes. So we have a few tips for you to help this. So the first thing we're going to talk about is, first of all, we have habits that we do every day. Right.
Okay.
And the biggest one that comes to my mind because we were just talking about the toothpaste powder is brushing your teeth. Now, how many of you brush your teeth every morning and you brush them every evening? Now, do you ever leave the house and go to some important meeting without brushing your teeth?
No.
No?
Not important meetings.
Okay. Well, do you ever leave the house without brushing your teeth? Oh dear.
No, of course not.
No, you would never do that. So you always brush your teeth, and what I want you to think about is, where do you do that? Do you one day brush your teeth in the kitchen, one day you brush your teeth in the dining room? Are you outside brushing your teeth? No,
you go where the toothpaste and the toothbrush are.
Which is in the bathroom sink, right? So every morning you go in there,
Specific place.
About the same time, right? You probably get up about the same time every morning, except maybe the weekends.
And if you don't, that's another thing to put on the list, because I was all over the place. Honestly, I think that was something that when we talked about this for me, it was well, I don't have a regular time. Sometimes I get up really early. Sometimes I lay in until it's time to actually get up and get in the car. And so
So this had to do with her vitamins and other things she was trying to improve. But with your teeth, the first thing you do is you roll out of bed, you go into the bathroom, and you pretty much brush your teeth, right? So if you notice, you've been doing that probably forever. You do it every morning and every night, right? Same place, same time.
Thinking about it.
Yeah. So that is actually the first tip. If you have something that you can do like that, so the vitamins. So she wanted to take her vitamins. So I said, well, do you eat lunch every day?
Yes.
That's something we do every day, right? So maybe you need to take your vitamins around your lunchtime.
That's what I do the same time pretty much every day.
Every day, right. Or around the same time.
It's more consistent,
right?
And that's where I am. My
Yes.
vitamins are not where my toothbrush is. So
Right.
that's not good for me, but
Right.
there might be people where that works. So
Yeah.
identifying the place and the time on a regular basis.
Right, that would work best for you. So for her, it was the lunchtime. So then, how do we actually take the vitamins? Well, my suggestion, may I make a suggestion?
Please do.
Okay, so my suggestion would be get yourself a little pill box, right? And you put all the vitamins you're going to take in the little pill box, and you're going to put it wherever you do your lunch. All right, now what happens if you're going out to lunch? You could have a little pill box with your vitamins in your purse. Now the next part of this tip, so it's really like it's a big bonus here, right? It's more than one just tip. Yes, is to set yourself an alarm on your phone. Now you know that, like I know on the iPhone, you can set an alarm that says take vitamins. So it's not just an alarm where that goes off and you're like, well, what the heck?
Yeah.
What the heck does that mean? Alarm? Alarm for what? I don't remember.
And make sure that one's set for every day.
Yes.
As opposed to just like Saturday and Sunday.
Exactly. So you can set it for when you want. You set for every day at the same time, and it says take vitamins. So that's the other thing I would say. So you're going to put them in a little thing. You're going to put them wherever you get your lunch in the kitchen. And I see, here's the reason why I don't take mine every day. Because if they're not right out, like out there.
Right.
Because have I listened to my own advice and put myself an alarm in my phone?
No.
I need to do that. Because if they're not on the counter, like I've cleaned up the counter, we have everything off the counter, then they're in the cabinet. And
And that's what happens. You put things away. So, but this is something important, and I cared about it. So like it was time for me to put my foot down and make this thing happen.
Exactly. So you just have to figure out what is it you want to make happen. Like what are things that you've been talking about that you need to improve, but you haven't improved them. So how can we help you move the needle forward? Because that's really what it's about, improving and just
what about things that are improving that are not one-off, that are not like one little event like that? What about kind of a, maybe more of a, like some things that maybe we want to do overall? Like overall, I would like to have more water, or overall, I would like to move more, or I would like to read more. I would like to have time for something more. What about those kinds of habits?
So those are basically habits that are a little bit harder. So this comes to tip number 2.
Okay.
So when you have things like that, you need to kind of start small and pick one thing. So like when we were looking at you and you wanted to improve your health, right? Remember, you wanted to get healthier. Okay, that's kind of general, that's broad, right?
Very broad.
So we started with, well, like, are you drinking water? So that's one thing that's going to help you get healthier. You can't do them all together. Yeah. So the first thing we worked on was, let's just drink enough water. Well, how much water should you be drinking?
Right.
Make a pitcher every morning, like get a bottle, get several bottles, whatever you need to do of all the water you need. Make your water so you can actually track it and see. And so that was kind of a habit in itself to every morning, or you can do this at night, prepare your water so that you know what you're doing the next day, right? Or that morning. And we just worked on that, like just
a little bit at a time. And it took me a while. It took me a couple weeks to drink my water every day.
Yeah.
So that step, once that was accomplished, then I can move to the next thing.
So let's say you're trying to eat healthier, like you're trying to, I don't know, add more vegetables. So then that would be the next thing, or that's one thing you work on. I'm just going to add more vegetables this week. Well, how can I do that? Well, what can I have? How can I put vegetables into my breakfast? I could add, some eggs and spinach or something. You come up with ideas and figure that out.
Right.
And you work on that one little thing. So instead of trying to do everything, just pick one habit that you want to incorporate.
It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to try to say, I want to improve, and then have this laundry list of things that you would like to accomplish, and then not be able to feel like you're successful in it because you bit off more than you could chew. And I don't know about you guys, but I just tend to bite off more than I can chew. And I
Yes.
needed a coach. I needed someone to help me kind of say how to do it. So this tip was really important to me. And I was actually surprised. Oh, thank goodness. I'm just going to have to do this one thing and we're going to work on this one thing. And I could feel good about that.
Right. Because that kind of gains your confidence and it boosts you a little bit. And you're not doing too many things at one time.
Right.
And you don't, you just need a friend. Sometimes you just need a friend to help you.
Yeah. I'm Dawn.
I'm Risa.
And we're good friends.
So we just help each other out with things that we want to improve on. Like you brainstorm it, you come up with a plan, and then you kind of help each other stay accountable. Right. So first tip is if it's something that you are doing daily, then you're going to find the same place and the same time to do it. If it's something a little bit more general, you're just going to pick one thing that you want to improve on and do that. And do that for a few weeks, kind of reevaluate, see where you are, and then go from there.
Now, there's another part of this. That when I was on my journey to get healthy, I knew that I would need to be developing a mindset that would help me with this. And we were doing the water thing, I think, and you even gave me this book.
I did.
This book right here, Power Habits.
Because I was reading it, and it was really it was really helpful. So here's the book, Power Habits. A friend actually shared it with me, and I absolutely loved it. So I paid that forward, and I said, Dawn, you got to read this book with me. It's like really awesome, and it's helpful. So you were kind of searching for.
Yeah, I was looking to improve my self-talk, I guess, was one of the things to do. And it was the things that were going on in my mind. So when you go to look for positive quotes and encouraging things to say, they say if you're thinking it, then you can be it. And so I was thinking, well, I'm strong, I'm creative, and I would say those kind of things to I'm worthy. So the people, want to listen to me. I have good things to say, and build my confidence in that way. But then when I read this book,
well, because going back a little bit, when you're a mom and you try to tell your kids stuff, but they don't listen to anything you say, right?
Sometimes.
And sometimes you don't feel very valued because people aren't really listening to you, or you grew up in a household where your opinion was like not right, or you didn't feel valued, right? So that makes you grow up and you really don't feel like you have anything to say. Right. So you kind of don't have a voice,
right? And
you kind of were ready. You want to find your voice because you do have things to say. We all have value, right? We all have important opinions and thoughts and perspectives, and it's awesome to share that with people and get everybody's perspective.
Right. And I was definitely in a place where I didn't really know where my voice was, and I was really trying to figure it out. And so I was delving into this positive affirmation process, and then you gave me this book, and then I learned a little bit more about what that meant for me to do.
Right, because when you're doing the positive affirmations, and this is just for me, this was my struggle with it. So I would say something like, give me a positive affirmation, like I am, even if it's just I am valued, like I am valued. People want, I am, I guess that's really it. I am valued. But then you'd have that little voice like, yeah, no, not really. People really don't care what I say, Or if you're trying to make health goals, right? I am healthy, or I
make great food choices.
That's something like that. You kind of are like, well,
there's a little something in the back. I'm not really making great too.
Yeah. So what he talks about in here is something called affirmations as opposed to affirmations, because he talks about that if you don't have the belief, you really need the belief in what you're saying in order for it to actually stick, right? Is kind of basically what he was saying.
Right. It has to come from in here, and if it's not in here yet, then just saying it doesn't make that belief happen.
Right.
You can continue to say it and encourage yourself in that way, but it's not going to really build as much belief as this other way will.
Right. And so what he talks about is how your brain likes to answer questions. And so you came up with this affirmation, and it's where you ask empowering, I can't ever say that word right, empowering questions as opposed to disempowering questions. Right. And you just ask the questions. And what was interesting is what I found was that I started thinking differently. And instead of that little voice saying, yeah, I wish, or yeah, one day, that didn't happen. I was actually picturing what I was saying, because it was maybe pushing me more into where I wanted to go, if that makes sense.
Right.
So
I think so.
How many of you do affirmations? Do you guys do them? Have you done them before? Have you ever?
I
heard
have them
of
recorded on my
affirmations?
phone. Even that's. I had started off prior to reading this book. I even had a few things. Dawn, you're lovely. You're valued. People like to hear what you have to say. You're a great mom. You're a great cook. You do a lot of things for other people. Like I would listen to that to try to up my belief. But yet then we changed it
because of what he talks about.
That was I'm trying to firm up something without the belief there. So to form the belief, the brain needs to answer a question for you. Well, why am I so healthy? Why am I so easy to talk to? Why are my friends asking me to go places? Why are they listening to my opinion? And if you ask yourself the question, why? Then your brain tries to answer it for you, and then the cycle begins to grow. And that really did make a big difference for me.
It does. It makes a big difference. It's really interesting. If you do that for 30 days, kind of see what shifts in your life. Like you'll just have better conversations.
It's a great tip. It's a great tip.
Like things will just start coming into your life. It's really interesting to see it happen. It might sound like it's all crazy and woo-woo because a long time ago I really thought all this stuff was, but it is really neat what happens. So like example, if you're trying to get healthier, right? You could say something like, why do I love water? Why do I love drinking water throughout the day? Why is it so easy for me to give up soda?
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Why am I so healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do people just love what I say? Why do I have
put
all
a little
these great friends?
index card up above my desk and said, why am I making such great food choices?
Yeah.
And it kind of, I began making better food choices just because my brain was helping me out. Like it's not just sheer willpower.
Exactly. Exactly, because he talks about that in the book. He talks about lots of other things like the habit loop and replacing habits, and he talks about how, like, why the willpower thing doesn't work, why you have to get into the subconscious of your mind, and we're trying to always change the conscious part of our mind, which isn't running the ship, it's the subconscious, and so that's what this is about.
Wonderful.
So the affirmations are really cool. So let us know in the comments, have you ever done affirmations? Have you heard of that before? Do you do affirmations? And also, if you want our top 5 affirmations, then post in the comments a form, AFFORM. Put that in the comments or message us, and we will send that to you, our top 5 affirmations. And what we both did is we wrote out a whole bunch of them because you can have them for everything, for your health goals, your mental relationships, your wealth goals, your anything, mind, body, spirit, whatever you want before you write a whole bunch. Yes, everything. You write a whole bunch out. And then what we did is we read them into like a voice memo. And so we read them several times so that you have like 3 to 5 minutes of listening to it. And you just play it when you're driving, when you're cleaning the house, when you're doing whatever.
Yep.
And just see what happens with your mind. Don't try to answer them. Just listen to them. And what happens for me is I start visualizing what I'm saying, and I get kind of excited. And it's like, and I always had trouble visualizing things. So it's really cool.
Different today than we were a year ago.
Yes.
I mean, so different, and this definitely has played a role. So we have lots of tips today for getting healthy habits going. Our first one was
if it's a habit that you can do the same time every day. Then choose when you're going to do it, where, the same place, same time, and make an alarm on your phone that says whatever the habit is.
Right.
Brush your teeth.
Right. Okay.
Take your vitamins.
Right. And then the second tip was
if you have things that are harder to do, it's not like the same time every day. It's longer. Like bigger, more general.
Right.
Then pick one thing you really want to work on improving, like just drinking more water, just eating more vegetables, eating less sugar, whatever it is. Growing, doing your personal development every day, journaling. That's another big one, like gratitude journal, right? Did we talk about that?
Oh, yeah, that was one.
The gratitude
journal. I did.
Yeah, pick one thing and work on that, and after a week, see how you do. Right. And you can also set an alarm in your phone for that as well. And then the third one is do these affirmations. They are really good.
They're
really
fantastic. We have both enjoyed doing them.
Yeah,
it's been great to be with you guys today.
Yes, thanks for joining us. I hope you're going to have a great weekend.
Hey, what's next time? What's on Monday?
So Monday we're going to talk about self-care. Yes, we're going to talk about self-care. So I don't think I did that until I was probably 50. Like I didn't even know what that meant.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant either.
What does that mean?
We're all
Take care
about
of
it
myself.
now.
Are you crazy?
It's only headlines now. But
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think this is something we should encourage each other. What we've learned, we found some pretty cool things.
Yes. So if you know women that need some self-care, if you need self-care, bring your friends and show up on Monday. We'd also love to hear what your tips are on Monday when we talk about that, because we always need new ideas, right? Always need new ideas.
And we can learn from you, and we want to be good friends, and that's what friends do with each other.
They help each other.
That's right.
Learn new things and grow.
Yeah.
All right. So great.
That's it.
So thanks for joining us. Post in the comments if you're watching the replay, and let us know if you want our top 5 affirmations. Post in the comments a form, AFFORM, or message us. Yes, and we will send those to you. So great. Have a great weekend. Great talking to you.
Y'all take care.
Bye.